So, Mr. Sunday was complaining that women of these days are finding it hard to be submissive. He doesn't know what has come over the women of this generation. Why? Why are they finding it hard to be submissive? Okay, so I actually began to look at it like, really, is it true? Is it hard now for women to become submissive? And if that is true, why? Why is that happening? To me personally, I think there are some few reasons that have made submission in marriage difficult for women. And number one is that women find it hard to be submissive in marriage these days when they think that their husband is manipulating them, suppressing them, or oppressing them in their marriage. Yes, there are a lot of husbands who do that. And once a woman begins to feel she's being manipulated and suppressed, she begin to find it hard to be submissive. It's actually not a general rule though, but most women, yes, find it hard to submit to their husband when they consider their husband to be manipulative and suppressive of their views in the marriage. Yes, they begin to find it difficult. And then number two reason I believe that a woman who is not totally under the influence of the Holy Spirit, we always find it hard to be submissive. There's no two ways about it. Yes, yes. A woman who is not in functional relationship with the Holy Spirit, who is not influenced by the Holy Spirit, we find it difficult to be submissive. So you don't marry a woman that is not in any relationship with God. She doesn't fear God. She's a liberal personality per se. And then you are talking about submission. Submission is actually a Bible term. It's a Bible word that God used for us, okay, for women. So if your wife is not attuned in the things of the spirit, she will definitely find it hard to be submissive. So before you start complaining, find out, is she really a very, very strong believer in the Lord? Is she really connected to the Holy Spirit? Because it is only through the Holy Spirit that women will be able to do this submission thing in this season that we are in, this generation. It takes the Holy Spirit, nothing else. Okay, then number three reason why it's hard for women to be submissive in this generation is if the woman is a breadwinner of the house. Yes, there's actually no two ways about it. If the woman is a breadwinner of the house, it makes submission difficult. Yes, as a man, you are supposed to be the leader and you're supposed to be the provider. You know, if you notice in our olden days, you understand, our forefathers and everything, they were not talking about submission or anything. Why? Because the positioning in the marriage here is clear. The man is the leader, the man is a provider. Do you get? The woman is the nurturer in the house. You get? So in this generation where everybody is saying, what is the woman bringing to the table? We need to share the bills. Yeah, as the generation is making it very active now for women to be extremely involved in the bills of the family, it actually also affecting the submission in the marriage. It takes a woman that is fully under the control of the Holy Spirit to be the breadwinner and still be entirely submissive. Number four reason why submission is difficult for women is it becomes difficult for them when they think that they are more exposed, more intelligent, or more educated than their husbands. Yes, it might be a case of pride. Yes, when a woman is have this unnecessary self-awareness about herself, it may make it difficult for her to be submissive to her husband. Yes. The number five reason why submission is hard for women is when the woman is far, far older than the man. You to check her now, like she's 40 and then the husband is 30. Whatever be the reason that produced that marriage, I don't want to, if you're a woman now, you hear, hey, she married her because of money. A lot of men are equally doing that these days. They actually marry a lot of women, advanced women, because of money. And in that case, submission becomes quite hard, except she is under the control of the Holy Spirit to still be cool-headed while she's still there. She's far older than you in the marriage. Do you get? So those are actually the reasons that makes submission hard in the marriage for women these days. And like I always say, it's all about the environment. You understand? As the leader of the home, Once the environment of your marriage is full of love, as Jesus commanded or as God has commanded that men should love their wives, the word submission will actually be a bygone. Yes. Once there is adequate love, flow of love in the marriage from the man, submission becomes something you don't even talk about. It just flows easily. So I think most of the time, submission issue comes where the woman is starved of the love that she is supposed to receive from her leader in the marriage. That is where submission issue shows up. So I believe that women naturally are submissive. Okay, they are submissive to a man they love. You get, but getting the environment conducive for submission is equally important. So I think that is actually the main deal here. Once the leader does the right thing, everybody has no choice than to follow suit and act accordingly. So when there is overflowing of love in the marriage, the wife will just act accordingly. The submission will just be flowing breaketa. You don't even need to talk too much. Okay. All right. I think that we have resolved today about in submission in marriage. And is submission still important in this generation? Yes, submission is still important in this generation. It is a God command, so it's had nothing to do with the culture and everybody. The only thing is that everybody needs to be respected. Okay. Then number 7 reason that can make submission difficult for a woman is she is a die-hard feminist. Yes, die-hard feminist are those core feminists that believe that it is partnership, but we are partners. You bring your idea, I bring my idea. You bring your thought, I bring my thought. So you're not, you get. So if you're married to a feminist, of course, submission will be quite hard for her in the marriage. So always let's all the men check first before they marry so that they'll be able to know something areas that can make submission quite difficult. Okay, all right, I wish your marriage all the success that it needs from anywhere you are in the part of the world. Have a beautiful marriage. Okay, submission is beautiful. The man love your wife and submission will flow naturally. Bye bye. This is Hannah and you're onto Hello Sis Network.